YouTube, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So I'm making the imaginary guideline right there with my index finger. This is for a mid-low fade. Go ahead and grab whatever trimmer you guys use for this video. I'm using my Evo trimmer by Gamma. The C-cup area is located right there at the temple of the head, so we want to remove about a finger's length of hair. Hold the ear back with the left hand, and I'm looking at the left side of my mirror. It reflects to the right side of my mirror, so that's why my head is tilted, so I can get that 360 perspective. And your occipital bone is a bone that protrudes in the back of the head, so I went 2 fingers from my occipital bone and I connected the ear to the back of the head with my guideline. Then I went ahead and removed all of the bulk. I was gonna skip this step because I don't have that much hair on the sides, but it's important if you guys have longer hair on the sides to create a clean base for your canvas meaning you. So 3 fingers from the start of that guideline, flick out and get rid of any excess bulk on the sides. So once that's done, guys, let's open up our lever with our clipper. Using my Gamma Ergos, we're gonna go to fingers length above that guideline. You guys want to make sure you guys mimic the shape of the guideline, and you guys stay very consistent and take your time when setting your guidelines. How we're gonna erase this line is called close to open. Close the lever. This is our machine in its sharpest position, so we're gonna baby tap that line. My biggest mistake was always not taking my time when doing the close to open. Just make sure you guys run through this process around 3 to 4 times, or as long as you guys need to. You guys might be able to create a nice smooth blend in the first time around. So your lever will literally tell you exactly where you can hit the guideline, and we want to keep opening up the lever little by little until our lever's fully open, and repeat that process on the side of the head. You guys can see the smooth blend coming out. Comb everything out, so then we can go to the next step, which is going to be to grab our number 1 guard, open up the lever, and we're going to do the same thing. Set a 1 finger length guideline that mimics the previous guideline, and we're going to erase it doing the same methods throughout the whole video. So once that guideline is set, let's close our lever right there with the 1 guard, and you guys can still see that line. Our lever's closed, we're hitting the beginning of the line, and we're gonna put it in the middle now and hit the guideline in the middle. So once we're done going through the close to open around this line, it's gonna take us 2 steps to erase that line. We're gonna now have to attach the 0.5 guard so we can finalize the blend. Right here, my lever's closed with the 1 guard, and I'm working my fade in the back of the neck. So you guys can see the hair growth. It kind of just changes directions towards the back of the head. So I'm using the left and the right corner to get in there and make sure that I do the best that I can to make it easy on myself in this step with the 0.5 guard. It's probably one of the hardest steps, is to blend that line with the 0.5 guard, because there's really no visible guideline. The only thing that you guys can see is the beginning of the line. After that, you guys just have to use your eyes and work the lever method that I'm doing in this video. So by lever play, I mean you guys have to be playing around with the lever. The more that you guys open the lever, the more and higher that you guys can go into the fade. You guys also want to be using the corners of your blades, because your machine can only do so much, guys. You guys are in control of the machine. You guys decide what you guys hit, and you guys have to use your eyes to blend out those dark spots. Once we're done with the 0.5 guard, we're going to repeat the process that we've been doing for the whole chop. Is the number 2 guard lever open, we're going to set a 1 finger thick guideline, and you guys already know what to do next. It's going to require a 2-step process of close to open with the 2 guard and the 1.5 guard. So a good tip here is to, you guys want to flick out once you guys are working towards longer hair right there towards the side. I'm flicking out, meaning that I dig the machine into the skin, I flick out the hair, and I remove my hand little by little, so we can go ahead and start doing the close to open with the 1.5 guard. So you guys can see how blurry this is coming out already. Make sure you guys take your time. Levers in the middle. You guys can see the blade, how the machine is positioned on my head. The teeth isn't really digging into my skin. The machine is just laying flat, and it allows my clipper just to be used to its best of its abilities. and my hair growth towards the back gets really tricky. So I put my machine on its side and I start using the cornering method. I'm using the corners because it just gives me more flexibility in terms of hitting certain dark spots, certain parts of the hair that I want to get into that your machine just can't do when it's just laying flat on the head. So for the C-cup area, started at the temple and just used it like a pencil, and I go underneath with my shaver. I didn't use my shaver in the beginning of the video. I just think it makes it really tough if you just start balding everything out, especially when you guys are doing a self haircut. I prefer my fade not to be as bald, but to be blended than to be super bald and not blended. So that's just my preference, because it just gets harder when you do it on yourself. So anytime you guys use the shaver, go through it with your next sharpest tool, which is a trimmer, and then address it with the clipper that you're working with. So I'm doing the lever plate technique with my Gamma Ergos, just playing around with the lever, and I just want to just work those spots that I feel like aren't blended. It's always cool just to double check and see what you guys can do when you guys just try to detail your work. You know, without the effort, you guys will never find out what works and what doesn't. And for the beard, what we're doing is a 3.5. I feel like the 3-guard lever open is the perfect size for any beard length in terms of keeping it full and not making it too big to the point where it's hard to maintain. So to start the blending process, grab your trimmer, remove about a finger's length of hair, then open up the lever. This creates the half. We want to go to a finger's length above that line, and we're going to erase it doing the same method we've been doing for the whole video, which is closing our lever, hitting the beginning, and slowly opening the lever little by little until our lever is open. That's called close to open, and that should complete the blend of the first line. The next step will be always to set a proceeding guideline of the same length, but just using a number above of the previous number. So we didn't have anything attached, so now the next number is going to be the 1-guard lever open, and we're going to soften it using the close to open again, hitting that beginning of the line, and you guys can see how thick my guideline is. Once that's done, let's go close to open with the 0.5 guard, and only using about 75% of that room to go from the closed to open position, because you guys don't want to take that close to open all the way up, because remember, we do use 2 guards. One is for the softening phase and one is for the blending phase. Once you guys are done blending the beard, we're gonna start first at the center and work my way to that corner, starting in the right side. My right side is my more dominant side, so I just like starting where I'm better and working my way to the right corner, right bottom corner, so then we can line up the vertical edges of the beard as well. And honestly, the Andis GTX is the best trimmer in terms of just lining up that neck area. A lot of trimmers, they might get just stuck in the skin, you know, from personal experience, from using it on clients, using it on myself, this is the best trimmer to line up beards in my opinion. So, and for the cheek lining, I like doing this in the end. It just makes everything smoother when you guys just finish lining up everything around the edges, the mustache, and leave this for the ending. Applying very light pressure with my wrist, and I actually blow a bubble. If you guys can see, I'm blowing a bubble on the side of my cheek to create pressure for a smooth sliding surface for my blade. So I do the same thing with my mustache and on this side as well. And you guys can see I am applying some pressure, and then I blow a bubble to create that smooth surface. So the last step will be to get rid of those danglers. This is the last detailing step, the cherry on top for your beard. This is the before, looking scruffy. This is the after, looking poppy as fuck. If you guys enjoyed the content, let me know down below in the comment section. Like and subscribe for the support and growth of my channel. My name is David Escamilla, And like always, self-love is everything. You look good, you will feel good. Keep striving towards your goals, keep hitting your day-to-day goals, stay disciplined, and keep grinding, guys. I'll catch you guys next week for more videos. Peace.